Greetings everyone, welcome to another video of minis, models and mayhem. Something a bit different today. We've got a little kit to review, a little MDF kit. Now this has been sent to me from the good people over at SKYTREX, and it's a 15mm East Asian Shanty. Let's see if I can't really do it so you can see. There you go, yeah, that'll do. This is a prototype they've sent me of a new range of products they've just released. There'll be links down in the description below. So I thought, let's open it up and let's put it together on, here and show you guys. Now, from what I can see, I don't think I'm going to need many tools. I mean, they're just typical MDF, just pop them out of the surroundings. But I do have a craft knife, and for the purposes of this one, just because I'm gluing it on, putting it together for you guys, almost semi-live, as it were. Not live, but, I'm going to film as I build. I'm just going to use a bit of super glue just to speed up the process. And we'll see if we'll get this by together, shall we? So, stick around. Right, so let's open this up. So we've got a little Ziploc baggie here. So, quite minimal on the packaging, which is pretty good, actually. It probably keeps the costs down, which is good for the end user in the end. So we've got the instructions, just a sheet of A4. If you can see that, there we go. We've got a little picture over there, what it's going to look like once it's all together. So first step, glue the C1 blinds at any angle onto the B5 frames, ×6. And then glue B1, B2, B3 and B4 stanchions onto lower base. Make sure notches on B4 align up with notches on A1. Glue the posts into the four corners. Well, hopefully that will make some sense when I see some of these parts. So let's have a look. We'll see what we got. I'm assuming these are the bases. And then we've got some wall type things here, some details. Beautifully engraved. Look at these. I mean, this is, what's that? 2mm MDF. And this has obviously been laser cut, but look at this. You can see that, but that's amazing detail on there. Kind of like the woven reed. That's really good. That should paint up quite nicely. And then I've just actually looked at the roofs as well. And look at those. Even the roofs have got like a kind of thatch kind of pattern on them as well. So this looks like it could be quite nice, a nice, decent, detailed little kit when it's all done. But these are the little corner pieces, a little bit of wood, I assume. And we got a couple of these things here. Well, perhaps we'll find out. But I think these are our bases. Oh yeah, they're laser engraved, so that's good. Look at that. That's some detail on the planking. That's pretty sweet. Right, let's get it together. So yes, so look, they are labelled. So you've got A. So I need A1. So we need to pop this out. So we do need the knife on this one. Move these little bits out of the way. And all you need to do, we just need the knife to cut away on just a little bit of MDF that holds it to the frame. So there's one there, and probably one there. Yep. There you go. So 4 little nodules there. And we can pop those out. So that looks good. And then we need B1, 2, 3 and 4. So sprue B, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Awesome. So let's see what we need to clip away. And right, I'll get these clipped off and we'll work gluing. So that's everything clipped off from the sprues that it comes on. You might find a little, you can see them there, a couple of little knobbly bits there. That's where it's clipped to the frame. And just like any normal kit, you just give them a little bit of a clean up with the craft knife. So far, I'll literally just use the craft knife. Now, these have got to go onto here, but what you'll note, there's a couple of little notches in the base, and one of these railing pieces, this one here, has also got the notches, so they line up. That's the right one. The rest of them, you can put them down. So, as I said, I'm using a bit of super glue just to speed it up. You could probably get away with using PVA glue, or that's probably a bit too much super glue, actually. Never mind. Right. Let's put a bit in the little nodgy bits there. And then we'll glue that like so. So that one's in. Try and get it lined up nicely, like so. The one good thing with super glue, you're not waiting around, and it will glue the MDF quite nicely. MDF has got that almost semi-porous surface, so super glue does work on it. So we can put that one on there, and then the rest of them, we'll just do a few dots. You won't need a lot, a little bit on the tabs, and then we can just plonk that in there, like so. Line it up by eye, beautiful, and then we'll go around and we'll stick these on. So that's all those on, and then all we need to do now is glue on these little posts. They're going to go in and sit in. Can't quite say. There we go. There. That's what we're going to do. So again, we'll have a little dot super glue on there. I should really widen the hole on the super glue because it's not that big. So that's why I'm having to apply a bit of pressure. So a bit of glue at the top, run it down the sides, slide the little pole in, and stuck. Look at that, beautiful. Just use your finger. Any excess, you can wipe that off, like so. So we'll do that again. And dot super glue there. And down the sides. Get the post. Zoop. There we go. Bit there. And we'll do that one. And then we'll do the last one. So this is, I'm enjoying this, guys. And if you're enjoying this, you know, this is my first kind of proper review. You know, if there's any guys out there who want me to look at some new products for them, more than happy to. More than happy to give startups and smaller companies a little shout out for new products. You know, I don't want to, you know, literally, I was just sent this. So, you know, so it was all good fun. So that's the base done, nice and solid. And then we're on to the main building now, I guess. So that's quite cool. So what do we need? Number 2. Blah, blah, no, done that. 3. Glue walls B6, B7, B8 and B9. And then attach to the upper base A2. So that's A2. Like so. And then what do I need? 6, 7, 8 and 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get those punched off and get those glued on. Okay, so that's everything for the main structure. Punched off and cleaned up. So let's get them glued on. It's obviously important to do the door section at the front there, so you get the kind of like the balcony area here. So let's push that on. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Bit of gluage, lovely. Punch that in there. Again, eyeball it a bit so it's nice and straight-ish. There you go. And then these bits will just plug in, and then the top plugs in, and that gives us the building. So let's get the building on. Let's do that. And then, yes, we have to then glue these little blinds into these little housings, which we should have done. That was number 1. We should have done that first, but it didn't matter. We can do them after we've got this together. So let's put them together, and I'll get those punched out. So that's building done. Let's do these little blinds, as it says in the instructions. You can fit them in different angles in these little frames, which is quite nice. So let's do them so they're all partially open. Again, a little blob of super glue, all it needs, and then you just glue it in. Ooh, that might be a bit too much super glue, actually. Fiddly. Tweezers might be good for this. If you're like me, and you've got your big sausage fingers. But you put them together like that, and then they go inside. There. When the frames go inside, when this dries, that would be better, wouldn't it? Alright. We'll let that one set. We'll let this one set. We'll glue the rest, and then we'll put them in. And then we'll move on to, what's next? And then next is the roof. Cool, so we'll do that. Excuse me. Oh, coughing on the video, brilliant. Okay, beautiful things happening. So I've started gluing on the little shutters now. So all I've been doing is popping a little blob of, can't really see that, Trixie. It's quite a fiddly little model, and it's not, when I say fiddly, I don't mean fiddly to put together. It's just that it's, because it's 15mm, it's just a little bit smaller than I'm actually used to. So I'm just popping on a couple of little blobs of glue and slapping on the frame. So, I mean, this is probably a good idea for using PVA so you can level them up properly, but you know, that's okay for a quick build of the video. And then a bit of glue. So, come on, there we go. Last window in. Straighten it up a little bit. Come on, straighten up. There you go. And then there's also a little door. I don't know if you can see that. There you go, a little door to glue in as well. So again, I just dab it. Some dots of glue. Door, and just slide that into place. Quick check. Yeah. Nice. Cool. That can rest up on there. And then we're on to the roof. So let's do the roof. So that's all the roof parts out of their sprues. That's the instructions. Hang on. That's how it all goes together. Like so. Fairly straightforward. And like an idiot, I actually had them the wrong way around. That's the detail for the roofs, which is more detailed than that. So that is pretty spectacular. Very impressed with that. So it looks to me like the best thing is to glue the sides on first. So we need a little dotette of glue, like so. And then we plonk one on there. Yep, go on in, yep. And then we plonk the other side on. And I think, yes, they actually fit in like that. So that's rather good. So that goes on like so, and it also fits on along the top there like that. So I'm going to splap a little bit of glue in there as well. Not too much. I don't think it needs it. Clean it off with your finger. There you go. Nice, nice. The reason I'm doing it that for the moment, because we've also got these little pieces that they've got to go on. And they will go on like so and give us an added bit of dimension, give us the framework. Can you see that? Is that good? I don't know, can't see. There you go. So that goes on like that. So I'm going to add a few touches of glue. Again, I don't think it's going to need a lot. A few dots and dabs of glue. And because I've got the roof sections already glued on, I can just slide it into place and it makes lining them up pretty straightforward. So that's quite cool. So we'll do the other side. A few dots of glue. Now, yeah, do dots of glue now. Boom and boom. Slide it up onto the tabs. Come on now, there you go. This is going together remarkably well. If anything, it's my inexperience with MDF buildings and my huge fingers that are the only sticking point, which is not a pun. And I do apologise for such an awful pun. So, I mean, I'm starting to stick my super glue to my work area, which is not good at all. So, a couple more bits of glue. And then, zoop, like that. That's up and in, and that's how that's them on. It's pretty sturdy. And then these pieces, these are awesome. These go on the top to cover up the joint and to give you another added bit of dimension. So stick those on, and we're getting pretty close, guys. Pretty close indeed. Roof all done. Gonna sit nicely on top of there, like so, which is rather nice. So okay, what we need to do now is the final bits of detailing. So we've got some more frame sections we've just got to go on to the main shack, the main shanty, as we can call it, shack, shanty. Pretty much the same word, describing same thing. So we clip these out again. Be a little bit more careful with this. Don't be so gung-ho, because these are very, very thin pieces. So we want to be quite as well delicate as we can be. But again, you know, if you do snap one, you can always glue it back. And you're gluing them onto a substrate anyway. So there you go. I punch these out. That's another sprue used, which is nice. So that can go away. Oh, sorry, bang the camera. Apologies. And then these, pretty straightforward, because one's got a cutout for a door, and they're just going to go like so. So let's do that. That's the frames all on. And the nice thing about the frames is they cover up the little tabs for the walls. So again, that's a nice thing away. Takes it away from that MDF looking kit by eliminating those tabs. So the next thing really we've got to do is then the roof's got to go on, and there's a bit of trim and a ladder to do, and then we're done. Now, this did come with these two little bits here, and I can't see anywhere in the instructions where they go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them to the back side of the roof at the gables, like so. So one there, like so, so there, and there at the end, t'other end, like so. See on there? Yep, there and there. And that might just give me a nice, hopefully, let's see if that should. Ah, there we go. I've glued them a bit too low because of the frames. And let's, actually, instead of doing that, let's trim them down a bit. I'm going to go and get some clippers, trim them. Clippers got. Now, I'm going to trim these down a bit because they do, well, the way I've glued them interferes with the internal frame. So I'm making these mistakes so you don't have to. This is not a problem with the kit. It's a problem with me. So they've been trimmed down now. And then I'm going to run some glue along there. So a little bit on the tabs. Get the excess tab out. And then we can just put that on there. Like so. Very cool. It's very cool. It's very well detailed. I mean, you can probably get away with just knocking these up really quickly and, you know, not even painting them to begin with to get yourself going. But anyway, enough of that. Let's glue this now. This needs to glue onto the base. So I'm just going to run some dots of glue on the outside edge and then put some on the actual joins like that. And then we'll stick this on here, making sure this section's at the front. It said to do that on the instructions, so we'll do that. So that can sit on like that. Line it up. Cool. So there you go. So yeah, so just to reiterate, guys, this is from a company called SKYTREX. There's the email address there, and I'll put a link in the description below. And this is a new range for them, 15mm Asian shanties. They've got a few different sizes. And I think there are plans to do these in 28mm as well. So that'll be quite cool. So yeah, give them a like if you like what you see here. Give them a little look-see. They do all sorts of stuff. Lots of historical model kits, and they also do kits for model railways, which is interesting. But yeah, all different historical kits, different scales. So they're worth looking at. So that's SKYTREX. And if you've enjoyed this little review and you want to see more of this, don't forget to subscribe to me. Just click that little button there, you know, the old like button, and subscribe. And you'll see more content coming up. So I've just dropped a bit, excuse me. You know, loads more content coming up. Hopefully more reviews. If people want to send me their stuff, please feel free. You can get in contact with me through YouTube and we can sort something out, get it sent out, and I'll do a little review and a little build for it, because I've quite enjoyed this, and hopefully you have too. So the last things to do is these little trim bits have got to go on the sides, and then we've just got to glue the ladder in. So what I might do is glue the ladder in. So the ladder goes in at an angle anyway, so that's pretty cool. So let's put the trim on then. I don't think they're handed anyway. Let's put some glue along the edge. Wipe off the excess with you. I mean, your finger's probably not the best thing to wipe the excess off with, but you know, it's what we've got. And you put a little trim bit on there as well. That's neat. Really neatens that up. That's lovely. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, like and share, subscribe. You know, it all helps the all powerful algorithm. Gets my videos out to people that, you know, might enjoy, like the ravings and and craziness of a middle-aged man building stuff on YouTube. And there's also Patreon. You know, if you fancy dropping a couple of quid my way, all the money I make from those kind of things goes back into the channel. So on the extra lighting and buying kits and materials. So, you know, I don't drive a fast car. You know, there's no holidays to the Bahamas. It all funnels back into the channel. Which I think is the best way. You know, this isn't my full-time job. This is what I do. This is part of my hobby. And you're just along for the ride. And I appreciate you being there. And I know you're there, and that's what makes me do it. So, thank you very much. So, we're just gluing on these last few bits of trim. Now, yeah, so you do get short ones. You get 2 short ones and 2 long ones. Which, again, is pretty good. Because that means you don't get like a gap here. You get the nice long ones. Like so. Oh, come on. I really need to open up the glue on this because it's a bit small, the hole, and it means I have to apply an awful lot of pressure. And it spurts out. But it's cheap glue, so who cares if I destroy one? It cost me about 12p. So that's all the trim on. Very nice. Neatens that up. And the last thing is a couple of blobs of glue in here. 1, 2, there we go. Ladder in. Bend it down a bit, like so. Look at that. It's only all done. Lovely. That's a cool thing, right? Yeah, that's proper nice. Cool. Well, thank you for watching, guys. We're going to bang this up on the rotisserie so you can have a proper 360 look. And I will check you guys out in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you later.